What a fantastic week we've had, people. What a fantastic week. So let's get it. In this weekly forecast, I'm going to go through what I work with my stop losses, my entries, and my targets, and the risk that I see for each currency pairs. I'm also going to give you some insights into the COT report, where the hedge fund managers are positioning themselves in the past week, so we can also follow along in their trend and what they're seeing in the market. Thank you guys so much for the likes and the comments last week. Fantastic. Keep it up. Let's do more of that. Let's start out with British pound, US dollar. We want this one to go higher as a general idea. We then look for support, and we have found that at 137, give or take. If we don't go down to 1 hour, we have a double bottom, we have a higher high, we have a higher low. If you bought here, you should have your stop loss below here, so this should then be a valid entry. As we go higher, higher, low, this should then be your second entry with the stop loss below this low, meaning this one you should still be in this trade. I've seen in the retail data that many got out here as buyers, and I'm wondering why. If you did so, we need to talk about the risk management, because that is not allowed. What I'm going to do for this week is I'm going to look for entries at around 138, give or take, and I will then put my stop loss at around 137.50 or lower. I would then like to target for this next week around 139 area. But then for the month, I will also look at 140.74 as the ultimate target for pound dollar. As you can see from the COT report, we have more buyers coming in, a bit more shorts coming in as well, but mostly buyers. That's what we want to see.
Somebody asked me where you can find the comprehensive mentorship course. You go to ewinningstrategy.com. You then click on the comprehensive mentorship course, click yourself in, and let's get started. And if you also have my coupon code of 100 off, you just type it in here, 100 off, apply, and you just got $100 off.
For the British pound, Japanese yen, we have the market selling off at the correct prices we want it to do. It hasn't bought off where we wanted it to do, and as it just fell out of the clear sky, no pullback whatsoever into this level again, and we have started now to consolidate, my question becomes, where are we going to go? For the next week, I'm not necessarily very bullish or bearish. I would say if you are buying into the British pound strength that I am planning is coming, we would like to see maybe price coming up to 151.5, 152, 152.5. Where do you take your profit? I would definitely take profit at 152.32 and say that would be my top, before I would then see, does it continue higher or does it continue lower? Stop loss should be below 149.50 in this area. And I would also say, take it easy. This one is not a good performer so far. And if it starts to fall next week, do not worry. Just take the pullback again, continuation lower. So for you to start selling again, you need to either break 149.50 or be up here at 152.5, and then look for some kind of reversal down again. As you can see, coming into yen pairs, we have more shorts coming in, also some longs. That is actually quite good. I would like that. So that actually supports the yen, pound yen actually going higher. Let's go into euro yen. The reason why I am mentioning euro yen is to make sure that you understand what market conditions is good to trade. This is a bullish setup. This is double bottom, higher high, higher low. Fantastic, great at around 128.80. Continuation higher, continuation higher. As it comes into this level, this is okay, but still not good enough. Higher high, great, but then this candle here at 6 of April at noon my time, we have a higher high. We're also breaking the current support. That makes the level no longer holding as a continuation higher, and then we can potentially go into a range. And when we're going into a range, we don't know when we go into a range, but when that happens, that's an early sign of lack of momentum in the trend. And for us as traders, we need to acknowledge that, see that, wait, pause, take a step back, and stop losing money. If you have been losing money on euro yen for the past couple of weeks, I do hope that you have acknowledged that this is a range. This is not where myself and I do make money. If that's what you do, great on you, but I don't. On to the next pair. Today I'm going to give you a bonus of USD, USD and yen. I don't necessarily give this to you guys, and I don't necessarily trade it myself, but upon popular demand, I am going to. So, this is the sell price for the month. Sells off, sells off, sells off, sells off, comes into the buy zone. What happens in the buy zone? We haven't really, well, this was a good reaction, by the way. Great, good. But we failed it. And so far, it can still go higher. But right now, you have pretty good resistance at 109.30. And we are on the track to 106. So what should we do then? Well, then we just sell as we are still continuing lower. There's nothing else for us to do as bulls if we are a bull. So what do I see for this next week? I see that we can have sells coming in from 109.30 or 109 and continuation lower. Your target is 108 on the week, but also 106 on the month. I would do then, I would have two orders. I have one for weekly and then one for monthly, and see, take profit on the weekly here and then let the other one run, get some extra profit, take that to 106. And if it goes back up again, I'm already break even and I don't lose anything. And that's how you manage your risk, continuation as the trend goes with you, and stay back when it doesn't go with you anymore. Upon popular request, I have taken on to Nasdaq today. The reason why I have done that is because you in my live streams are asking about it all the time. So you're wondering, what should you do as a trader? Well, I'm just giving you the support and resistance lines as you go higher. It is nothing more fancy than that. You would also like it to come into this buy zone, but hey, it already did that on Friday last week, and also did that this Friday. So are you in those buys already? It's up to you. The other thing that you have to look out for is the monthly trades. I may not talk a lot about them, but once price comes into the buy zone for the month, if you are more position trader, this is great advice. And some months it just goes straight through. Okay, then you look for the next buy zone at their target, and that's how what you do as you go higher, as you go higher, as you go higher. Some months it doesn't come through. Well, okay, we don't care, because we are still winners and we're still holding on to past trades from before. It's not that difficult. Now, with what you do right now, I don't know what's going to happen next, either for Nasdaq or the S&P 500. But what I do know is one specific thing is this is the buy zone, 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 this is the target, and you might find a new buy zone in May. Another thing that we know about May is there might be some headwind before going higher again. I'm not sure you should take profit right now, that's up to you. But if you're a short-term trader, yes. But if you're a long-term trader, 10 years, it doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter. But if you're a very short-term trader, it might be a thought. So this is a push to the upside. Fantastic, going higher. Maybe finding the price again at 141, 140 before going higher. But always confirm with the next month where the pivot will be and where we are starting. Start of the month is the most important thing. So yeah, We have still 2 weeks left into the new month. Another one that comes in from popular demand is the Euro Aussie and Pound Aussie. I think we can talk about them in the same breath, as in this is the buy zone, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, stop, 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 maybe higher high, higher low. It all depends on Aussie, how strong Aussie is going to be. If you're thinking Aussie is going to be strong and continue to be strong, this is then continuing lower, and you can think of price coming down to maybe around 151 something and a half. If you're thinking Aussie is going to weaken continuation, then you're looking for any price move going higher than this high. So you need a reversal. Kind of got that. Buy, 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 buy. Currently on your monthly trade, you are currently on your weekly trade, you don't have a lot of conviction at the moment. It's still in between. It hasn't a higher high. It's just creeping up. So it can go higher, it can go lower. So just have that in mind. Stop loss below 154.29. And yeah, off you go. Target for buyers is around 157. And target for sellers I've already mentioned. A bit different for Pound Aussie, but buying at around 178, going higher probably is the best idea right now. And we have taken profit. We can then go higher and then back up to 80.36. Stop loss below 77.29. That is what I would do, at least if I was buying this. But yeah, that's your call. Let's look at USD Canadian dollar. I would say it is very challenging trading pair at the moment. We had a sell here, we had a sell here, stopped out. We had a sell here, stopped out, and after that it has some good entries, but I would say wait for it to trend more. This is not a condition that I want you guys to be fighting in. So USD CAD so far, until it starts to behave like a normal trading pair, I would just say, just wait. There's no need to fight this one. But if you were to trade it next week, you still have targets of around 122.79, 123 area. So that's around 200 pips down. New lower low, new lower high, continuation lower. You might also want to look for what oil is doing and the bullishness of CAD now that dollar starts to weaken again. And for the US oil, we have finally broken higher a bit off the range, and 61 is definitely one entry and 62 is definitely another entry to go higher, continuation higher, all the way up to 69. Stop loss is at your own discretion. I would say wherever you feel like your stop loss should be, not too close, but not more than 1% of your trade. So if you can get it all the way down below 58, 80, okay. If you can't, okay, that's your risk until for the next week. So if we then are looking into bullish oil, we are also hoping for bearish USD CAD, but so far I would just stay away from it. Have a good day and do something better. With the help of COT report, it hasn't helped us at all. It is more sellers coming in, but fairly even, so whatever, we just move on. As we are coming into Australian dollar, US dollar, we have now a higher high. Woohoo! And then where are we going to go next? I have a couple of ideas where I want to go. And if we go and look in for the entries on the weekly entries, that would be around 77 and 76.5. 76.5 is very low, but it's still fair enough. So if I have entries around 76.50, I would then be having stop losses around 75.80. If we don't get that far, if we don't fall that much, I would also say that, okay, great, we can go up to 78.32 for the week. And if we look into the month, that is 78.64. So if we can get a drop down into this level and then continuation higher, buy it again, and then all the way up to 78.60, that would be so amazing. Always remember 50 pips stop loss or more, and always buy the trend. And if you don't get an entry, leave it alone. Wait for a new one. Wait for a new one. Wait for a new one. There is entries on 1 hour, 15 minutes, and 4 hours. So yeah, just stay tuned. For the COT report for Australian, as you can see, fairly unchanged. Both of them adding positions, both buyer and sellers, but not much. So whatever. As we're coming into Euro USD and our entries down here, we are very strong. Range, another entry, strong range. Now the question becomes, what do we do now? Now this is like a cookie. This is like a cookie dough for me. Like there's like all these amazing opportunities. I'm like, where do we go? We do that. If we go there, we go there. So really what happens is on the monthly, around 1922 would be a great entry. And then target would be up at 121.25. But if we go down to like weekly, that is the same as the weekly. And I'm like, if we get on there, wouldn't that be a great place to buy? And put a stop loss down below 1871. Wouldn't that also be great? I think that is an amazing opportunity. Going higher. And if it doesn't go lower than that, and then 1950, I will take that too. And what is the risk? The risk is dollar bullishness, but we have really turned around right now. We are really going higher right now. So what is going to stop us now? COT report for Euro, both buyers and sellers, as you can see, has been taking profit. So whatever. As we're coming into New Zealand dollar, let's go back straight into the entries. Entries around 71. Oops, that was not good. Or around 70. Both of them are considered to be good entries, and then I would consider 72.50 to take profit for the week. But if you look into the monthly is much higher at 73.29, so I will hope for that. What do you do in that kind of situation? Well, remember, as you are a buyer, you are buying in the bullish trend. You are looking for buys in the bullish trend. So until then, I'm still gonna hold 50 pip stop loss or below 17. Maybe that's too far away, but you know, it still poses a risk. So if we then make a higher high here, then you can use that as a support. Okay, great. And if we fall down after you have bought up here, okay, pick it up again. Don't you worry. And I think this can move much higher than right now. And is there any bearish move at the moment? No. Is there any bearish move on Euro? No. Is there any bearish move on Aussie? No. Is there any bearish move on Pound? No. Can it fall? Yes. But that doesn't mean it was a good setup. And currently you are above the sell price for the month. You are above resistance on New Zealand dollar. So I wouldn't take it. I can't set you up for sells. And if you are in those sells, please get out. I know you're in loss. I know you're struggling. I know you're hurting. There's no need to. The COT, as you can see, for New Zealand has been more shorts coming in, a bit more buyers coming in, but still fairly unchanged. Today, I dropped silver and I went straight into gold and said, hey girl, hey, what did we do? Scooby-Dooby-Doo. Because, you know, what do we do? If you got scared here, this is a high, this is a low. This is your then buy. If you got scared again, this is your buy. If you got scared again, this is your buy. If you got scared again, maybe not your buy, but it could be your buy. If you are not in a trade here, I don't know what to do with you. There is 1, 2, 3, 4 opportunities. And if we're coming into next week, I'm like, maybe we should fall a bit. Maybe we can go down to 17.59 and then boom, higher again. My target is still 2,000. I will hope for that until I die. But yeah, remember, this is the target for the week. So you could have a bigger pullback before going higher. But hey, who am I to care? We want this to go higher, and if it does go below 1742, get out. So this is bullish. We're looking for it to go higher. We have bullish setups. Then there's nothing else to do then buy. But yeah, this is not for small accounts. If you have small account, do not trade gold. There's no need for you. And I don't want you to lose either ways. I do have a love for everyone who is trading and following me, so please don't. Silver coming down to 25.60, surprise, and then higher. That's all. Tomorrow I will be live at 19:30 GMT plus 2. Please subscribe and like if you like this comment. Tomorrow I will be live at 19:30 GMT plus 2. Subscribe if you don't understand what that means, and then you will get notified when I will be live tomorrow. If you like this video, please give it a like, please give it a comment down below, and until then, have an amazing day.